Hey, what's going on guys? Campy Elite here. Today I want to talk about my memory transportation theory. Now, I don't want to waste too much time here, but let's get into it. PTSD doctor, more on that information later. Make sure to stay tuned and keep an eye out on the screen. There might be some screenshots going up to inform you guys better on some of the information that is talked about.
The duration of these episodes can range anywhere from a few seconds to several hours. Subjects appear unable to distinguish the implanted memories from their own.
After hearing that snap, what do you guys think? What do you think that means? Subjects appear unable to distinguish implanted memories from their own. Do you think that that could possibly have something to do with things that we did in Black Ops 2? Now in Black Ops 2 there was different endings, there was different possible ways to do missions. Like there was so many different things that you can do in Black Ops 2 that you couldn't do in any other Call of Duty. You can go back in time with different weapons. That could have a lot to do with what we're seeing in Black Ops 3. So Black Ops 2 endings, they did not have to happen. They could just be completely random to us. Now we have a few endings that could matter, like Woods dying or Alex Mason coming back and finding his son and seeing his son once again, and David pretty much re-meeting with his father for the first time in years. Those could be some of the endings that we see, and obviously Menendez dying is one of the biggest ones that a lot of people might want to stay clear, because if Menendez lives, Woods dies. So obviously Menendez has to go and Woods has to live on. Now Dr. Salim could be 70 years old in 2030. That's our rumored time period. He could have been studying and dreaming of performing this operation. He could have been studying and looking at robots his whole life, thinking the world would be safer. America would be a greater place if I could just give that guy over there, if I can give that perfect soldier a robotic arm, stuff like that. He could have been dreaming of this his whole life, and it could have been something completely normal and natural for a young boy to do. But what made him go crazy? Now the unmarked man and Dr. Salim's tweets are working perfectly in sync. I don't know if it's a coincidence or if they're doing it this way. It's more likely that they're doing it this way because it gives us a little bit more insight. Listen to the sound of my voice. No, you listen to the sound of my voice. Now it seems pretty obvious that these guys are going at it, and obviously they might be friends, but things got a little bit heated there. I want to know why. I want to know what was going on with their friendship that made that happen. Now my theory on the unmarked man is that he was the first successful Evo soldier, and Dr. Salim might want to use him as the Evo soldier template. Pretty much the unmarked man, he might be so perfect that all his flaws have meaning to him. Now, Woods talked about how they'll always need men like us. They'll always need men like us. And obviously that was a quote from Black Ops 1 or 2, I forget which one, but that was in the Black Ops 3 teaser trailer. That meant a lot. All of those quotes in that teaser meant a lot to us in this game. They're gonna mean a lot to us. Now, why? I have no clue. Mr. Sensation, Mr. the LongSensation, talked about Dr. Salim doing heart transplants and different things like that, and that could be what's going on. But I think that he's performing heart and brain replication. He's replicating the unmarked man's heart and brain for some reason, and he's giving it to these soldiers. Now, what he's probably doing is he thinks, oh, he's so perfect. This guy was so perfect, so let's find another perfect soldier. Let's find just typical Bob down the street. He's strong, he's tough, he can take torture and stuff like that. But that's where they're going wrong. PTSD has a lot to do with this. And what makes the unmarked man quit on Salim? I want to know. If you guys have any answers, let me know in the comments below, because now we're moving on to PTSD. Now, like I said, Dr. Salim was probably picking typical Bob, the all-American strong soldier quarterback from down the road, instead of looking at people like Mason and looking at people like Woods that are just so crazy that somehow managed to get the job done and managed to do this without going too insane for like 50 years. They managed to do it for a long time. So that's who he should have been looking at, and that's what he's gonna start doing. So the unmarked man, could he be one of those three characters? Could he be David or Alex Mason or possibly even Woods? I have no idea. My new best guess on the unmarked man has to be with Woods. We see him with the long hair now, which looks like he was somehow given a second chance at life, becoming a young adult, possibly in his 40s again, or they might have just done something with the Evo program that makes him stronger and makes him feel young again. That is a good guess as well. Now, James C. Burns made a video, and it will be linked in the description below. He was talking about how in Zurich there's this department of traumatology, and obviously that would treat PTSD and different things like this, and a lot of stuff that we're talking about with Black Ops 3. Now, obviously there, what they would do is, say you lose a leg in a car crash and you're going crazy like, oh my goodness, I don't have a leg, part of me is missing. They would take you there and they would make you feel like you're whole again. They would make you feel so good about yourself to where it's like, I don't even need that leg. Stuff like that. It's pretty much just therapy, if you will. And that's what Dr. Salim really is. He's a therapist. We've heard it in his quotes. We've seen it by the type of pictures that he lets his patients look at. We know that he's a therapist, but something pushed him to push his limits and to push his own boundaries and start performing surgeries on people. Now, like I said, PTSD could be the only reason the unmarked man, his surgery was a success. It could be the only reason that Dr. Salim had his first successful Evo soldier. Now, what I think they might do is they might try to get the old man Mason and the young man Mason. I want to say he's still a young man. He's about 50 years old. He would be like 50 or 60 years old actually in 2030. So they might get both of them, and they might try to say like, look, here's your friend Woods, and Woods might say, yeah man, this is a good program and stuff like that, and sooner or later we'll probably get a few upgrades, probably just those arms that we see on this guy right here, because I was looking at this image and it looked like this guy's arms were replaced. Now, I said this before, but it looks like you can see hydraulics, like you can see the little wires to where they would probably have like some oil or something in it, but you can see that in that image. I don't know if you guys can see it as good as I can, or if I'm just seeing things, but it looks like this guy definitely has two robotic arms. It's plain as day and you can see it. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that PTSD will mean a lot? Obviously, James C. Burns did. Who is Frank Woods, if you guys did not know? All of his information will be in the description below, so you guys can check that out. Mr. The LongSensation, he will have his channel linked in the description below, and I hope you guys check them out, because James C. Burns dropping that massive intel bomb on us with PTSD, it led me to go back to my old theories and to start thinking more on PTSD. Now, shortly before this video ends, I want to show you guys this image. This image right here is the unmarked man. This is his Twitter header. Like I've showed you guys in the past, I've just started to analyze this image, and if you look on the walls, it looks like this guy suffers from PTSD. Look at this image right here of a normal brain and PTSD side by side, and look at that image behind it. It looks like the unmarked man has PTSD, or PTSD has a huge part to do with Black Ops 3, just like James C. Burns said. Now, let me know what you guys think. I really want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this, because this could be massive. I could be the only one thinking about this. So if you guys are new around here, make sure to like and comment, share this video with your friends. Let me know if you guys like it. Let me know if I earned a new sub. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to join the campfire today, and I'm going camping.